in the room behind there. The remaining 4 machines were in the building which formerly stood where that new car park is. And that was the building called the Annex to F Block. F Block was in fact the largest building on site, put up in a hurry during the war years, suffering concrete fatigue, and had to be knocked down in the late 80s. So the annex was connected to the main building by an archway over that road, and the main building stretched way out across where the grass is, way beyond the palings that you see in the distance. Amongst the other activities that took place in that building were in excess of 750 people working on Japanese Army Air Force codes. Because remember, this is a worldwide operation, and dare I say it, friend and foe alike. When huts 6 and 3 expanded, they moved to D Block, the range of buildings half left of the roundabout. As it steps away down the hill, it gets very deceptive. It is, however, a classic wartime building, a large central corridor with spurs going off each side. There is in excess of 50,000 square foot of office space in that one building alone. Behind the chestnuts to the north, there's another building with a tall chimney, G Block, very important during the war years, controlled by what they call the 20 Committee or Operation Double Cross. On this, the west elevation, 2 very important departments. The outside wing headed up by Oliver Strachey and the next wing by Peter Twin, processing book codes and Enigma respectively. But all that traffic emanating from the Abwehr, the German equivalent of MI6. So we were actually processing all the German spy networks throughout Europe. As you know, we caught all the German spies that came to this country. We managed to convert the majority. Those, of course, who persisted saying Heil Hitler, we had to dispose of. But through the turn spies, our authorities were able to feed false information back to their German masters, monitored through that operation. They also monitored our deception plans, of which there were legion. And amongst the foremost, you may recollect how the Allies disguised the forthcoming invasion of Sicily. How our body was procured, dressed, papers attached, taken by submarine, dropped in the sea off the coast of Spain, allowed to be washed up in the shore knowledge the German spies would get hold of those papers, which they did. And eventually, the intercept stations picked up the spy transmission from Madrid to Berlin, identifying the contents of those papers, processed in G Block, and subsequently in D Block, they monitored the operation instructions, diverting various German divisions away from the area towards Greece. The story of the man that never was, Operation Mincemeat, how the Allies got to Sicily and the toe of Italy relatively unopposed. Of course, one of the many stories of Bletchley Park, and they just go on and on and on.